Hi, this is Laurie from hidinginmycraftroom.com. Today I'm going to be making a tutorial using the everyday pop-up cards. I've already cut out my pieces. I went ahead and I cut out my base and I cut it out at 5.5, so it is 5.5 inches this way. It comes out to 8.5 inches, a standard card. I scored it at 4 1/4, and there's some tiny itty bitty notches, and I did use my score pal to score it, and it has a pretty little border. And then I went ahead and I cut out the elephant image, and I cut all the layers out for this at 3 inches. I did it in well, I will post all the colors and papers on my blog. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is lay out your pieces, and you're going to need to score them on at the little notches. I actually cut out 2. I'm going to score the white because this is going to be the part that pops up, and then I'm going to cut off the elephant, and I'm going to layer him on top like so. So I will have a gray elephant. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to score the base. Let me zoom in. So you want to also score the little tabs. Just line it up with the notch or the line right there, and then you'll need to just line up the notches. And on this one, it's actually at a little bit of an angle, the little thing that he's standing on. Okay, here's another one. Just make sure you go around and you get all the notches. And then the tab. Okay, and then there's one right up the center, which is going to line up with your card. And I do want to go ahead and grab my gray, my top layer, and score that as well. And he's going to go right there. Okay, since I'm going to be putting the a layer on the card, on the pop-up part, I'm going to go ahead and attach my tabs. But before I do that, let me zoom back out. I always forget which one. Zoom, 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 zoom back out, and I'm going to move this to the side. I'm going to get my Cuttle Bug. And I'm going to use the A plate and 2 B plates. And I'm using the Stampin' Up square lattice. And I'm going to put the body and the additional ear in there. Sandwich that together and roll it through. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and take my tusk and I'm going to fold it over, and there's just a tiny slit. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere that. Whoopsie, sorry. Then I'm going to adhere it to there. First I'm gonna rescore this because when I ran it through the Cuttle Bug, it kind of messed up my scoring. I'm gonna go ahead and use the ATG gun for the big pieces, or the big, where I can, basically. And then I'm using a 2-way glue pen. Zoom out just a bit. It's really hard on some of these intricate pieces to glue, put very much glue with that ATG gun. So I'm going to glue all my tabs down well. And just lining it up. Okay, I'm going to have to turn it sideways for just a second, sorry, so I can line it up. Another thing I noticed is that there's a gray, I'm going to cut off the gray part of the tusk so that that white point kind of shows through a little, or at least that the gray doesn't. Right here, the tail. Okay, now something else that I have done is I went ahead and cut out just a square. You can use a punch or anything, and I am going to adhere it to this. I'm going to actually put the adhesive on the white part and then put it on there so it's only stuck to the white part. Then I'm going to fold this back and I'm going to cut where it doesn't around it, where the white is. Okay, like so. And then I'm trying to get this where you can see it and I can cut it. I'm just going to have to do it. Okay, now I am going to have to score that, lining it up with the other notches in the elephant. Okay, now bend all your scores all the way around. And then that last little tab is going to go to where you make a circular. So it's going to be like that. And then that should be scored. It's a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit harder to fold. And then that should be scored. Now this part that's in the middle of the elephant is actually going to be lined up with the center of your card. You see that? Okay, so see the center where these are right here is lined up with the center of your fold of your card. You can just line up the folds. Okay, what I like to do is go ahead and put adhesive on these tabs. Okay, so line it up. Okay, and since I was using a darker color, I did go ahead and put a base down. Okay, so then I just put my front elephant. Okay, so there's the finished card in the front. And then you open him up, and there he is popped up. With his ear and his tusk. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you're viewing this video before Wednesday night on the 17th, I'm having a special 2-year blogiversary over on my blog. Another little tip would be, once you've lined it up in the center and you've got one side adhered, if you go ahead and fold it and lay it flat, and then fold your other side over and adhere it that way.